So this video is going to give you a few ideas of how you might think through the process of getting from your original object, which for me is going to be a clothespin, and turn it into something different. Okay, so I'm going to sketch this clothespin. I'm holding it in one position and sketching it really rough. I'm breaking it down into simple shapes, and I'm not worrying too much about getting everything correct. I'm really using this as an observation technique. So I've got this here, this here. I'm looking at those primary places that something is happening. Let's see, so I've got this part here that's kind of interesting, where things meet. And you notice as I'm sketching, I'm kind of exploring at the same time. Let's see, so this is a little coil. And this clothespin doesn't have that, but sometimes they have kind of a swoop. They kind of feel swoopy there. So I'm feeling like I want to use this. I want to kind of turn it upside down. I'm feeling like I want to turn it upside down. So let's, I feel like it would be more fun if it was standing here. And let's just, the two things that are most important to me, I'm really liking this right here. So this, and then I'm kind of finding these two big ears. But then I like this shape here, so maybe the way these come out like that. Okay. So let's see, if I just take this shape and I'm going to just turn it into a circle. And then I'm feeling a little bunny action here. Maybe this, and I want to make things bendy. And since clay is kind of, you build it from the inside out, I'm going to let my sketch kind of be more volume-based instead of line-based. And I'm also going to recognize that it needs to sit on something. So this would be kind of a base on the ground. Okay, and these are really thin. I can't quite imagine how they would stand up. So giving them a little more meat, but still maintaining kind of a thin feeling to them, and then letting this get bigger. So that I'm thinking of the volume, okay? Now, is it important that I see the similarity between this and this? Yeah, that's important. But basically, all you need to do is tell me what it is. So here's the hole. It got bigger. This shape it's sitting on kind of came from originally from there, but these have turned into these big ear things. Okay, kind of swoopy ear things. And then there might be some other details. I don't want to be too specific at this point in time. So what I know is that this is going to be hard to have it stand up. So I'm going to need something called an armature. The next step, we'll do this in modeling clay, and then we'll make an armature for it, and then add the Sculpey. Okay, so if I put this to the side, I've got my conditioned clay right here. Got some clay that's soft and some clay that's hard. This stuff is still pretty soft. So if I want to create this in, you know, the hard thing is that you've got this and then you want to create it in 3 dimensions, okay? So if I have a circle here, and then I've got, let's just make some very quick ears. Ear and ear and base. Well, that works perfectly in 1 dimension, but it, you know, how in the world do you get this to stand up? You don't. It just is going to fall over, right? There it goes. Stand up, fall over. So it might be kind of close to the structure in 2 dimensions, but what happens if I look at it straight on? Boring. Let's see. It's hard to see. Oh, this has writing all over it. Looks like I'm using my daughter's homework from some point in time. So I've got this little model, and from that position, that is not 3-dimensional. That is just a flat object, right? So what I want to do is start thinking about how it's going to exist in 3 dimensions. And that requires moving things around and playing until it kind of works. Okay? So think of, how am I going to make this a thing in the 3-dimensional world? And I think that will be the next step, but for right now, this video has got you far enough. So that took you from a few steps in the process, and the next video will start up from there.